sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knock. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Gators will put total leather and will get started. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Run the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Bennett. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they wrap him up, and not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's second and 16. Catch in the middle, it's Simon. Good, solid tackle.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Gets it out quickly. And the Gamecocks have it with a first and goal. DB's right up on the receiver.
counting, I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
How impressive has this offense been just hogging the ball? They've just been eating away at the clock. They've been matriculating the football down the field. And here they are scoring a touchdown on their opening possession. The opposing quarterback's like, bro, when am I going to get the ball? When do I get a chance to take the field? That was crazy.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to go for a big one. Brings it down on the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work as well.
The handoff to Johnson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down in the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that game.
They're bringing heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I want to take away the main targets, the ball is on the outside.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure, lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Unloads it left. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
So when defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase it. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making the big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into a 2-point conversion. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Bringing the heat. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a...
He's off to the races. The 40. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown...
Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. A lot of time left to line up for an onside kick. I mean, you're risking giving up really good field position. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They'll run play action. Fires it down the seam. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup would put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down.
Score these guys, man.
The give to the tailback.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what he did.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. Now adjusting. He'll let it go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they will score. Touchdown, Gator.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch. catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Toward the end zone, it's picked off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me in the game.
They'll give it to the back. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Makes a move. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first hit back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Can't believe I paid for this. This is just not fun anymore. This cannot be happening.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. They're trying to get to it. On a little time, lets it go. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
After the big first down sack, it's second down.
Time to shine, fellas.
He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
long. He has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Gamecocks are marching down the field. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or Phil's footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Out of the backfield, he's open. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, now down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag.
What I saw. Of course he called that.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the big fella. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throws to the back. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Bennett. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
What a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Absolutely no answers for him.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. A first down for the offense. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to him. To throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got a man. Here's Patrick. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here, David.
Especially in the fourth quarter. Remember, you're still leading this ball game. You're still going to execute the same way, Palmer. Don't get frantic.
Don't get frantic, but I would like to see them stay aggressive, too. You put a touchdown up on the board here, and this goes back to being a two-possession game.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Simon.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right spot.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess.
Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll give it to Johnson. That's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Extending the play. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Got it behind the line. It's Simon. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Made it harder on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. The corners are walked up tight. He's got the tight end. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock.
And what a nice start to this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Gator! Did not not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Makes the grab. It's Bennett. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll go back to the ground. Makes him talk to the hand. Is working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Shoots it to the left. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Takes it the other way.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Florida.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He lets one fly deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, you might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of score.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you've got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there. But as this game goes on, you've got to keep your eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls out.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. The give on the inside. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to bully their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll run the option. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still,
he unleashes a long one. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And the defense got it.
Those wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're so... I just want to get to him and let him make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to him, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarmed, did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Flagway. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on the line. Great job, great catch. First down.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Florida. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him. South Carolina offense is back on the field.
Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got
Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, South Carolina. A great catch and run for 6.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Slams ahead. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
But they decided to try to run it in on that 2-point play. He got 2 yards, but he needed one more. They fall short.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his own 20. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll give it to Johnson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that is proving they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one. They're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but just better coverage on the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking left. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate not to bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation.
And the defense on him, and he will go down, sacked on the 2-point try. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create something explosive.
All kinds of run room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of the game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Crosses the 45. Off he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
In it to win it.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. The Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. There's nothing quite like a great Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fair catch called for and made. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 after the 29. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Pressure coming. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacey. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Moss. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Still looking on the move. Fires the pass. Intercepted. The return never... gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get into my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He uncorks one deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, he's got boom. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested. With the offense throwing it vertically downfield. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
First down for this offense. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. LSU quick to the line. Going up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown LSU! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this way.
Dialing up the second down pass play. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught close to the marker. It's Badger. And he'll have check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Open runway ahead. At the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do I do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Boy, they want to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Gator.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. LSU right back to the line. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. How about that defense rising up and... Short on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Lagway. They're working that left side. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Gators will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the fourth down pass. The defense gets off the field.
That's a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On fourth down, looking to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. He's going up top. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
No doubt, and when you're playing cover two, you got two safeties deep that account for the whole field, right? I got half the field, you got half the field. So they do a great job. You have to see and have good vision on the quarterback. You got to make sure you're breaking on the football. How about the strong safeties? Doing a good job seeing the ball and going and getting it.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Now he's going to break the pocket. will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. With critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll try to do it himself. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires left. Got his man all by himself. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before it stopped. The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown LSU. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
He's taking the shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Florida. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gator! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Unloads it left. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Firing to the right, complete. And it's sucked out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole. Right before the half, what did? They turned it over. The worst thing they could do, now they dug themselves in even bigger.
Looking to move it through the air. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the ball's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Dances away. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down to
Afterburner's coming. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. He's going to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Getting some heat. Buys a little time. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He lets it fly. And it's his fourth interception of the game. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and fast.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And yet another Bayou Bengals baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. LSU quick to the line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling at us, but they are an intimidating play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Pulls it in, it's Taylor. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Going for 6. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive now, and the ball's free in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget it.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. LSU right back to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll get rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes it grab enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They're down to the 20, first and 10. He wants to throw. Now improvising. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tiger. What a grab and go for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. I tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
This is why quarterbacks always take care of their offensive line. This is why they feed them in the offseason, invite them to the house, buy them gifts, take care of the big boys, because they take care of you, and those numbers start to pile up.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Dances away from the heat. Wide open downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
The defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. You got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Looking left. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to find his man in the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover.
And this will be picked off. A cross the pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so at the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You can feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
This crowd even louder now on second down as they try to hold on. They give it to him again. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. They'll try to get it in with the run. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Gator! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game, and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field.
Start the side, fellas! Longer!
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Got his man. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. He's going to pass. Fires deep for the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He's up. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. This is not your run-of-the-mill regular season game. Instead, it is a top 10 clash. One team hoping to make a giant statement. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it rolls to the ground incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling and is waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away. It's a good time to play.
Now the play fake. Trying to get to him. With the catch, it's Anderson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. This time they'll go to the running game. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
First down here for the offense. Handoff from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Through the air, it's Klubnik. Finds his tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Runs through a tackle. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. He's going to run it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Fires to the wideout. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires downfield. Where did he find a hole in that secondary? He's run out of bounds. Got a big play on that one.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Power football with the run. Found that crease, and they knock him down as they pick up a 5 to the 32. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Finds the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Unloads to the right. Finds his man, they convert. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. The aerial assault continues. That's caught. It's Hartline. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He's going for the big play. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. He's looking to throw. This time he's got it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up the first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands. It's Daniels. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. LSU quick to the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now the pitch. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. On the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here in the opening game.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Handoff to the lone back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 45 on his way. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Takes a handoff. It's Maffa. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit. Rightfully so. The other guys taking the snap every play, but my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket.
Ball is free. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Clemson. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than any.
Makes the catch on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's reeled in. It's Maffa. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open, dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Turns it loose. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. To throw, it's Klubnik. On the move to his left. And he intercepts it. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. He makes the catch. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown LSU! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
It's a fake and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. A jet sweep pass. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Gator. And once he got loose, it was all over. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Coming out with it, it's Maffa. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a huge completion. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Quarterback adapting. Fires on the move. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in '06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Kearse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You got to put pressure on the quarterback. You got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. Well, well, well. Somebody's been doing their box jumps.
Man, Ryan getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. To the air. It's Lagway. Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room into the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Maffa. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you run and pass. No, when you throw down there, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking to buy time. And a heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Can't get him to the ground. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators are sending the offense back to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll go to the ground. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you've got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? That quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. And now with you, and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Running back searching for a hole. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's out! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, make it work. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. He looks that one in nicely. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
This offense has a second down play. Getting some heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open man.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to get balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Throwing right. He's got it. Smashes through the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The play action fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break. You rested. You told your club we're going to come out. Now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick it onside. Even though we're winning and you fail, now this defense better step up and respond.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they stay on target with the extra point up 35-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Gators want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Flagway. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. It's still 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
This defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up and try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They'll line up to go for 2. To the air. It's Flagway. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. inside the 15. Here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. Makes the grab outside. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Looking for a man. It's Mertens. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Coming after it. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. He's looking for an open man on second down. Feeling some heat. And the ball is picked up. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up their pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And they exploited that soft spot and get it down to the 35.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 33.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. That's a fly. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They're trying to get to it. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Clock still running, headed toward a minute and a half to play. Scanning the field, it's Bagway. Steps away. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And the Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Mustangs will put total leather and will get started. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down for the offense. He's going to pass. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up one. It brings up second and 9. The Gators moving quickly to the line. He'll just keep slinging it. He's going to take off. Knocked down to the tackle.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Hit the afterburners, kid. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Gators have it in scoring position on first and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And he puts through the extra point. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. He's going to pass on second down. Spits it out to the back. This time it's complete. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Gators in the hurry up. He wants to throw it again. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires to the big fella. Pulled down for the tackle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. And the Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And they swarm him under. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. He needs 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal keeps us tied, guys.
Not just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make.
The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Keep pushing the ball down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Get in the pocket.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll go hurry up here. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got enough space. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, and it's picked up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Floating away. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Touch pass on the run. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Quarterback moving. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Forced out of the pocket. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Maryland. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. On second down, just keeps firing. getting some heat. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter. And that's a live ball. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
I can't believe what I'm
What is this? Oh, what are we doing?
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Unloads it left. What a snag by the defense. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread.